Hello, train people. Train people? Is that a thing? Train enthusiasts, I guess, is probably a better way of expressing what I meant. Welcome back, train people. I mean, train enthusiasts. To Transport FIFA 2, my name, of course, is Open Potato. Right, so we're currently having a little look-see at Gravesend, because we muddled around with the formula a little bit in the last episode. We changed up the platform a little bit, and so now we have got, well, we actually added two extra passenger tracks, one of which is not connected up, and I am actually going to, as a first thing to do, I'm gonna get this all connected up because that seems like a fairly good old thing to do. However, we do actually have a purpose for doing this. There is actually a reason. I'm gonna stick that down there. Brilliant. Okay, fantastic. Yes, because I'm going to create the very last sort of railway connections to everywhere. That doesn't really make much sense. The point that I'm trying to make is that this, I believe, is going to be the last couple of locations finally linked up to either Gravesend and or Burnley at the other end of the map. So, just briefly thinking about where we need to connect up, right? We connected up Bishop Stortford in the last episode. Cogshall needs to be connected. It's crazy that this area is so close yet so far away in terms of being connected. Woodgreen's already connected up. Yep. Forditch, Swaffham, that's connected up. So we've got Wisbeck, we've got Kesgrave, we've got Hertford, and we've got Bognor Regis. Now, Wisbeck is kind of, I guess it's kind of on the mainland. I guess Kesgrave, Hertford, and Bognor Regis are also kind of on the mainland, although they don't really feel like they're on the mainland, except with that little sort of land connection over there. With the exception of those towns, and the Wickwar, and New Biggin by the Sea, I think everything else is connected up. Oh, also, yeah, this one over here, Stockport. So, we've got a limited number of places that we need to connect up to make sure that absolutely everything works completely fine. We got 26 million in debt. That's okay. Also, Stalley Bridge. All right. Turns out there are a fair few number of places that I need to connect up. Well, that's fine. We're not going to connect them all up by rail. I mean, this one, for example, I have a perfect feeling that a bus stop, yeah, right in the center of town, will do just the job. We're gonna nice and easily get everything connected up with a... Is this worthy of a superhighway? I feel like it's kind of worthy of a superhighway. Sure, you know, let's just do it. I mean, let's live a little bit, you know? Excuse me? You're having a collision? Well, I don't want that. There we go. Wonderful. So we end up with another extra superhighway connection, which isn't going to be too much of a problem. We'll create a brand new route, and it'll be a route from, I guess, the very center of town. I mean, I don't really like using the center of town as a place to drop people off because it adds to traffic congestion. But that's something that we can deal with. What's the name of this place actually? Stalley Bridge. Stalley Bridge bus time. There we go. Again, adding to the eclectic mix of names, route names. That's right. Right. Let's go and see if we can get the most advanced passenger bus, the MAN SL192. Grand. We'll get 5 of those, and we'll stick them all on the brand new route that I've just created, which I can't remember the name of, but it's got Stalley Bridge in it, so there we go. Perfect. Right, so that's Stalley Bridge connected up nice and easily. The next town that I want to do... Oh, there's another one over here. Ah, goodness gracious me. I mean, there are so many towns on the Megalomaniac map, but that's okay. Cogshall, we're going to do something different. I mean, Cogshall is one town that is actually going to be legitimately connected via rail, and I was kind of hoping, yeah, that we'd be able to get sort of right into the center of town here. Yeah, okay, so that's looking pretty darn good. I actually want to increase the length of the platform a little bit. Take it up to maybe 240. The reason that I want to take it up to 240 will become imminently clear. There we go. Okay, it will cost a little bit of money, but that's fine. Let's go in and configure this place, and then let's see if we can get a passenger building, or even, is there a side access? Yeah, there's a side entrance right over here. Side entrance over there, and we'll also get a side entrance over there as well. And then we should theoretically just be able to connect up a little tinsy tiny little bit of road, a medium street. That's all that's required. And what do you know, that should make almost everything accessible here. Where did I put the side entrance? I put the side entrance over there. Brilliant. Is there any way that I can make a bridge here? Doesn't really look like you're super keen on making a bridge on this occasion, video game. I mean, yeah, you could not be really awkward. Alright, so I guess that's just not gonna work, which means that we're gonna have to just destroy a house or two. Can we get away with just destroying one house, please? We could terraform here, but again, I'm not really interested in terraforming. There we go. And I don't know if that adds any extra range on, but I mean, the vast majority of the town is covered. Like, the vast, vast majority. And all we need to really do is connect up that Cogshall route to the express route right over here, which I don't think should be too darned difficult to do at all. I do have my reservations about perhaps connecting it to the express route. Maybe I just connect it up to the standard low-speed route. Actually, I think I might do that. Just given the... Yeah, just given the sort of speed that is required, I feel like maybe just using the normal route would be more appropriate. I mean, this is going to be an absolute pain in the backside in order to thread the needle, in order to get it all working fine. But I mean, that looks not too bad. You know, let's just go for it. As you can see, I'm being much more, what's the term? There is a very specific term. Living in a moment is the expression of the term that I'm looking for, but my brain can't seem to reach the term that I'm looking for. Much more on the spot? No, not on the spot. I can't for the life of me think of this flippin' term. Goodness gracious me. And also, why are we not able to connect this up over here? There's going to be a collision. I mean... Sure, maybe I can create a bridge here. Yep, can create a bridge. That's completely fine. We'll get the most expensive bridge that we possibly can. It's no big deal, really. There we go. We don't even need to make the bridge particularly tall. It just needs to barely get off the ground, really. And there we go. I don't think that this is going to be a particularly busy route, by the way. But it's always worth giving, you know, a decent-sized town. And Cogshall is... How big is it? 235. Yeah, it's always worth giving it, like, a decent-sized town. Just, like, a little bit of respect. It's always nice, you know? Always good. Always good. The more respect, the merrier. That's what I always say. And you know what? This route might be fully electric, if I'm not mistaken. So we could indeed make hay with that. So we might as well give that a little crack. Those are entirely the wrong signals. Well, I say they're entirely the wrong signals. They're not the wrong signals. They're just wrongly configured. And then we're going to want to make sure that this is going to feed onto this platform, because this is the platform that we're going to use right over here. And it does indeed look like, yeah, this is all perfectly configured. I'm pretty happy with that. And now we can just set up a wonderful little train route. We're going to need to make sure that we get crossover up here, but I mean, that shouldn't be too difficult to do. And very, very soon, this is going to be yet another town ticked off the list. I tell you what, I should probably let the game play whilst we're doing this. Right, brilliant. The disadvantage, of course, of letting the game play is that it does tend to lead to, you know, vast swings in cash flow, which is not always ideal, but that's fine. That's fine. We can just about cope. Okay, let me get a building down here. I know that I demolished the earlier yard that was in this specific location, but that's completely fine. I need to link you up to this track. Perfect. And we'll whap down an actual non-one-way signal, otherwise known as a two-way signal, in that location there. It didn't go down as a two-way signal. We can configure that. Right. I tell you what, this train... The train over here can't actually run on electric, as this area isn't electrified. Now, we could indeed fix that up. New train, by the way. We could indeed fix that up. However, it's probably just as easy to not make it electric. I mean, we could just stick another Zephyr on it. To be honest, I don't want to stick another Zephyr on it. You know what, let's actually just, you know, very, very briefly get this upgraded. So we're going to need to upgrade that. We need to upgrade that. That's high-speed track. I don't even want to do that. I'm not even particularly bothered about high-speedifying the track. It links up over there. There we go. Another bit. And there. Brilliant. Electrified, electrified. Sure, just get it all electrified. If we electrify it all, then, you know, we can at least claim to be somewhat environmentally friendly, even if in actuality we're not. Get that electrified as well, and brilliant. Okay, little bit of lag over on this front, but that's okay. I think it's probably because I upgraded the station whilst a train was thinking about entering. But you know what? That's fine. And then let's see if we can try and get ourselves, I guess, like a Metroliner. I guess that's kind of what we're after. An electric Metroliner unit, 13 million, brilliant. Let's wipe you on the line. I'm gonna wipe you here. You're going to hopefully utilize the platform number 2. Perfect. Just absolutely checking that that was the one that I wanted you to go to. And yeah, just like that, we're completely happy with that route, I think. I don't see any issues. Hold up, you're not using the right platform. You need to use platform 2. Could not connect all the stations. Right, now I was under the impression that this was all connected up. However, I may indeed be mistaken. It does look fine to me. Yeah, it looks kind of fine. Do I need to delete this? If I delete that... Ah, hold up. Yeah, I see. So there's no crossover from here to here. Okay, I'm with you. I'm with you, video game. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I've got the solution. We just need to find a point to cross over this track here, which is undeniably going to be fairly challenging to do. I say that. It's not fairly challenging to do, but that seems to rectify the issue almost immediately. Brilliant. So line 9... Yep, that's going to the exact perfect station. And you know what? This is let's just call it Cogs. Sure. You know what? Let's live on the edge. Let's live on the flippin' edge. This is the Let's Get Shifty route, which I also run with Metroliners now. And you can go onto Cogs. There we go. Fantastic. So hopefully no issues with that. Should work just fine. How's Gravesend doing, by the way, as a capital city? I mean, it's still scheduled to decrease in size, which I'm a little bit irritated about, given that I tried to, at least, I think. Well, I don't think I tried to. I definitely tried to. I definitely tried to reduce the amount of emissions going into the city properly. I mean, Breadley or Catch, we can manage the vehicles on this line. I don't know how many emissions you guys are emitting. 79? I mean, that's not particularly bad. Even if we were to replace these guys. You idiot potato. That's fine. Even if I was to replace these guys with, like, newer wagons, I mean, that would make a difference. You know what? Sell off... Yeah, sell off these guys. And then replace the remaining the remaining wagons with Peterbilts. Yeah, perfect. So we'll reduce the number of trucks on the road, that's for sure. And the trams that we've got going around Groovy Gravesend, 185 flipping years old. What are the emissions like on you? 76? Also, does this route make any money? It absolutely doesn't. It absolutely doesn't. Is it just because... Is it just because it's now ceased to be entirely useful? I mean, not really. It's still somewhat useful. Yeah, it's still somewhat useful. Maybe we just need to increase the size of it a little bit. Let me see if we can increase the size of Groovy Gravesend. Just a little smidgen. I'll also reduce the number of actual trams on this route, because that is just simply it's simply just not necessary, the number that we've got. Right. Goodness gracious me, you can really feel that the game is struggling with the sheer amount of stuff that is going on. I know that there are a fairly large number of complaints about the game's optimization on megalomaniac maps, but I believe that the developers are coming out with a couple of fixes. Right, so let's pause just so that you don't absolutely destroy me. I'll delete all of that, and then I'll tell you what we need to do before even considering any amendments to the route. We've got to make sure that everything is linked up to the tram network, and we've got to make sure that the trams can actually access each and every bit of the city that they need to. I say city because it is actually a legitimate city now, which is very exciting. There we go. Come down this way. Right. Okay, so I think that there's the opportunity to make a fairly circular route in here. Yeah, let's give this a shot. Right, Groovy Gravesend. Let's see. So, we're going to want you to start over here. Go to there. 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 And then go to here, right? Yeah, I think that should be totally fine. I think that's pretty much everywhere covered in the city. Right, brilliant. So you press play, Groovy Gravesend. Line contains too few stations. I mean... What? I just... did I do that wrong? That's line 9? I thought I was changing Groovy Gravesend. Alright. Okay, Groovy Gravesend, all of your trams. All of your trams. In fact, we'll just delete this flipping line. Right. Manage the line. I need to manage the vehicles first, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to deal with if there's trams on the line, then I'm not going to be able to delete the line. So move all of the trams to the depot, delete Groovy Gravesend. Let's go to line numero 9. Line 9, please. There we go. And let's rename this Groovy Gravesend. There we go. Brilliant. Then I'd like to go into trams. I'd like to be honest, I'll probably just sell off all of these. Yeah, just get those sold after the autosave, of course. Classic autosave. Being a little bit of a nuisance, as ever. And then we'll get the most expensive trams that money can buy. I say that. I kind of want to keep emissions down as much as possible. So the Mirage. What's the difference? There's a slight difference in capacity. I might get some of these. I'll get 3 of these. I'll get 3 of these Mirages, actually. Yeah. Let's give that a shot. And so that should constrain Groovy Gravesend to a slightly different route than it was operating on before because of the tram tracks. But that's fine, actually. That's totally fine. Lovely. Okay, a bunch of new vehicles are up and running, so that's very, very nice. Also, financially, I'm doing fairly well. Let me repay as much money as I possibly can at this moment when I am oh so profitable, which is lovely. There we go, and that's still 20 million in the bank, which is very, very nice indeed. Right, let's get Shifney, of course, doing a very, very good amount of business for us. Very, very happy with that. How are we doing in terms of supplying all of the goods that are required to grow Gravesend? I mean, honestly, we could be doing better, I feel. We could be doing better. We could be doing better, but that's okay. The road vehicles that I've got running on the growing Gravesend route. What are you guys doing? You guys are waiting for a full cargo. I see what's up. No, I totally see what's up. Right, let me manage the vehicles on this line, and let's just get these guys upgraded. You know, let's get these guys sold off. And you know what? I'll actually move you onto growing Gravesend. There we go. And I'll get you as well moved on to growing Gravesend. Right, you can be sold. There we go. And you can also be sold. So that way, I mean, we should totally have a ridiculously lower number of vehicles actually traveling around the city, which is good for traffic, you know? I mean, traffic's not particularly bad in this area. But it's also good for emissions, and emissions really is my primary concern. I mean, there is probably a case to be made about bringing this, I don't know, this horrific section of track out to here, so we could eventually maybe think about making all of the lines basically straight, so that we try and keep the emissions out of the heart of Gravesend. But for the most part, I think we're okay. Do we have any aircraft operating on first flight? I feel like maybe operating the first flight route is less than ideal. We could move our passenger operations over to the other airport if indeed we wanted to, although I think maybe that's just not a great idea. Maybe that's just not a great idea at all. Also, there is clearly a signaling issue here, as that should go in there. Yeah, why is this not working? Yeah, you should be moving. We should be good. We should be good on that front. There needs to be just like a metric ton more signals on absolutely every route. Right. Yes. Yes. Brilliant. What is it? You still have your tail open. I mean, that's not a good vibe. Not a good vibe at all. Not a good vibe at all. How are we doing in terms of delivering oil? I think we're still doing okay. Yeah, we're still doing fine on that front. This area is all working a heck of a lot better than it used to be. We're delivering oil back to the place that we need to. We're delivering a bunch of goods. Delivering oil. Fantastic. Okay, I mean, that's all good. I just wanted to make sure that that's all operating as it should. Look at this. Look at this. We are actually hitting a decent people target. Yeah, wonderful. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. And you know what? We actually improved our emission levels just a smidgen as well, which is really, really nice. Now, are you creating emissions? You are indeed creating emissions, although, because you're going to land at the... Yeah, you're a first flight aircraft. Although you don't really create too many emissions. So I think I'm quite content to let you exist. Yeah, I guess with the airports being on the outskirts of the town, it's not too bad. It's not causing too much of an inconvenience to everyone, which is great. How's the Cogshall route performing? You're going at 47 kilometers an hour. I suppose you are just changing tracks. 92 people waiting to be picked up. I mean, those are the sort of stats that I like to see. And in fact, that looks like it's probably... Look at that! Look indeed at that figure. 520. That is brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. To be honest, we could probably double up this train. Let me edit it, and let me get down another Metroliner, another 13 million. Yep, so maybe, just maybe on this occasion, yep, the Metroliner will fill up all the passengers, and we will head right back off to Gravesend, which is oh so delightful. I'm really happy with that. I am really, really, really happy with that. Yep. That is phenomenal news. That is really, really good. That all looks absolutely fine to me. Nothing untoward about that. As I say, the only thing that we could maybe improve is the horrific points system over here, and sort of the integration of all of our tracks to Gravesend. But that's okay. The superhighway is looking pretty darn good. We're still giving people the opportunity to drive to wherever they need to go. Everything seems to be flowing pretty well out here. We're picking up a bunch of bricks. Gravesend is looking huge. Right. This has got to go. This has got to go. Bredley 3. Let me sell all of the vehicles. There we go. And then I'm going to buy some vehicles from somewhere. He says very confidently. Some vehicles from over here, sure. We're going to buy some Peterbilts. We're going to buy like 3 Peterbilts and stick them onto Bredley 3. Wonderful. Get to work. How are our Pioneer Zephyrs doing? The South Shifnal route. 52 out of 52 passengers. I mean, we do have a tremendous amount of passengers. It is very, very good, in fact. Yeah, that's nice. That's really, really good. We might even consider getting some more Pioneer Zephyrs on that route. It would be really great if we could upgrade the Pioneer Zephyr to something else, but I don't quite know what we would upgrade it to. Anyway, so that's yet another place connected with Cogshall. I think I might just try and create a better road over here between Ventnor and you know, Horsham over here. That way, we will be able to link directly into the magical, wonderful, expansive network of trains that run from Horsham. I mean, I don't want to exaggerate, right? But if you travel to Horsham from like one of these outlying cities, you can theoretically get anywhere on the map. So if we do that, then that will be great. So at the moment we've got 0 destinations. We'll connect up. Oops. We'll connect up a little bus route here. There we go. And we will call this Be Free. What is it? Ventnor. Wow, that was actually correct. I was prepared with a follow-up joke about how I'd misspelt Ventnor and I couldn't remember the name of the place because it was so irrelevant and so small. But it turns out that I'm gonna have to shelve that joke and keep it for a rainy day. Ah, that's a shame. That's a real shame. Also, doesn't look like there's a depot anywhere, which is unbelievably irritating. Also, I don't understand how road depots can't be tram depots, and vice versa, frankly. I mean, let's get real about this. They are both depots, right? Let's go with a BK, sure. Three buses. Be free. There we go, fantastic. And so now, how many destinations will you have? Should be a fair number, actually. A fair number. Come on. Yeah, wait for the autosave. Always anticlimactic. Always takes a long time. Alright, well, we'll check back. We'll check back with Ventnor at some point. Man, how many trains does the East Shifnal Express have? I need to clearly do more here. Right. Not enough money. Not enough money. Okay, I was a way to say, let's just double the number of trains that we've got. But I can only add 2 more. Well, I mean, to some extent, that will make a difference. But going to Shifnal, there are a heck of a lot of people going to Shifnal, and we have got nowhere near the capacity at the moment. So let's try and get that rectified as quickly as we possibly can. Has Ventnor updated the number of destinations yet? Oops. Oh, that climbed 224. Alright. Alright, that's fine, I guess. Something at least. It's the North Shifnal Express, so this isn't even going to Shifnal. Irritating. Very, very irritating indeed. I mean, there are literally a gargantuan number of people trying to get to Shifnal. Which is, again, it brings up this argument of having, like, a bespoke route down to Shifnal. It would be quite nice. East Shifnal Express has just got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people wanting to go. I wonder if there's actually an argument for just almost ditching this stoned route over here. Kind of feel like it's pretty intrusive at the moment. And also, to be honest, the trains haven't been upgraded in ages. So, I mean, the amount of emissions that are coming through this town because of this one train, which, I mean, is 131 years old, must be pretty darn huge. The emissions level, yeah, they're poor. They're poor. You know, no denying that. They are very, very poor. There's quite a lot of traffic in Shifnal. I mean, it's a busy station, so, I mean, what can you really expect? The point that I was trying to make was maybe we're just going to want to... Maybe we're going to want to try and... Maybe if we move this into a bridge. Yeah. Let me see if we can... Let me see if we can move this track. Oh, turns out I can't do it with no money. That's alright. We'll rectify that almost immediately. Right, let's ditch this. We'll see if we can turn this into a lovely little bridge. There we go. And that way, we will never have any interference ever again from the stoned track on the East Shifnal Express, which needs all the speed that it can possibly get. Right, so it just needs to be standard. Right, will that immediately create a bridge? No. That will create a bridge. So we're not actually far off. Let's take the track back a little bit further. Right, I don't think that there are any other trains which run on this route. It's literally just stoned. Yeah, I think it's literally just stoned which is going to be affected by this change. All of the other trains run on the bespoke high-speed track or terminate in Shifnal anyway. So it's literally only the stoned trains that go through. There we go. That's looking pretty good. Nice. I mean, it's a little bit of a funky route, I gotta be honest. Bridge pillar collision. Yeah, I mean, I don't love the fact that you've done it like this, but I guess it's kind of okay. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad. Cool. Alright, let's do that. Oh, I should check before I go ahead with that. Let me check that the other side of that bridge will work just fine. Brilliant. That works an absolute dream. Connect that up over there. Connect that up over there. And now we've got a lovely, wonderful bridge, which is hopefully going to make travel between Shifnal and Horsham just a heck of a lot smoother, a heck of a lot better, a heck of a lot nicer. And it doesn't look like the stoned route seems to mind altogether too much, which is quite nice. Speaking of, it would maybe be time to upgrade the trains on the stoned route, not for emissions purposes. No. I'm not that bothered about the environment. No, purely for speed reasons, really, and about delivering the resources to where they need to go just that little bit faster. Also, what is it with this? What is it with this mess of a bit of track? I tell you what the problem is. Tell you what the flipping problem is over here, is that we've not got any signals on this stretch of track. That's... literally... no signals. And you need to be changed to one way. I don't understand why this wasn't done earlier, but that's okay. I guess it's just one of these things, right? There we go. So with that, we should have plenty of signals. Plenty of signals. Plenty of signals to make everyone happy. Wonderful. And then we'll stop having a ridiculously long backlog of trains on this route, which is actually pretty important. Ugh. Waiting cargo? That's not good. Even goodlier, how much cargo capacity are we using? Not that much. And I don't think that there's anything that we can really upgrade these Canadairs with at the moment. Not in terms of cargo. Large cargo. Capacity of 27. Yeah. No, there's nothing. No, that's 24. Yeah, so 27 is still the largest cargo that we can move around, but that's fine. All right, but this should speed things up tremendously, which I'm quite happy with. South Shifnal route's doing good. Wonderful stuff. It's a pretty long metro train, actually, coming from Cogs, but that's okay. We're fine with long metro trains, aren't we? Yes, absolutely. Let's get Shifney. Yeah, that's also a double. Actually, that's not a double metro train. Maybe a double metro train is too long for the station. Maybe I miscalculated that. Did I just add carriages on this train? I think I did. Let me go into a very jerky 3x speed to see if we can make any progress. Yeah, I think I just added cargo. I just added carriages here in order to take it up to. In order to take it up to speed. In order to take it up to the maximum length. Right. Let's ditch that and instead get two. Yeah, 2 of those. Perfect. So I'll get 8 million back, which is quite nice. Waiting for free path. Perfect. I mean, that just makes everything easier, doesn't it? I think we should still have enough capacity to deal with all the passengers in Cogs. I say that's totally an exaggeration. I don't, but that's okay. Right. Where else did I want to connect up? Oh, yes. There was a couple of other places that I wanted to connect up. However, I wanted to connect the 3. I say 3 island towns. They're not really island towns. Yeah, Hertford, Kesgrave, and Wisbeck. I want to get these all connected up, but I want to get these all connected up via air. Maybe not even air necessarily. What's the issue here, chaps? Why is this a problem? Oh, it's because you need to. I mean, this I feel like is a little bit of a silly situation to be in. Can you turn around? The answer to that is no. Look, ditch this signal on this occasion, and I think that'll allow you to phase through the train. Ditch that signal. No, that will not allow you to phase through the train. Ugh. Could you not just go up a little bit? Just go back. Just reverse up. Just reverse a little bit. I mean, you just don't want to. You don't want to do it, do you? You don't want to do it. Right. Well, the easy solution is just to leave that signal undeleted, and we put in a signal right over here. Yep. So first of all, that should in fact. No, that won't do it. That won't do it for you either. Okay, you know what? On this occasion, I'm gonna make you a bespoke track to connect up to here. No, that won't work either. There we go. Go and do that. Will that allow you to phase through? Oh, for goodness sake. You're already committed to this flipping bit of track, aren't you? There you go. Goodness sake. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Right. Well, that should be fixed for next time. There we go. Now you're out of the way. And you can resume your fantastic journey home. Will that work? It should work. Yeah, tell you what, I need to also put in some more signals over here. I mean, this is getting to be a very, very... I've got a signal in over here already. This is becoming a very, very complex junction area. I probably need to do better to separate things out. I mean, this could certainly do with an extra platform. It doesn't need an extra platform though, so I guess it can sort of live without it at the moment. Yeah. But certainly it looks like adding those extra signals on this stretch of track over here definitely made a difference. Anyway, now that I've rectified that, I mean, unnecessary interruption, I will go back to... Oh, Bewdley needs to be connected as well. Goodness gracious me. There are lots of towns. Alright, maybe I significantly exaggerated, or significantly under-exaggerated, should I say, the number of bits that needed to be done. Okay, I'm gonna put down a lovely little airport. I say a lovely little airport. It's gonna be a big airport. It's gonna be a big airport in the middle of nowhere. And the reason that it's going to be in the middle of nowhere is that it's going to have a fairly substantial road connection coming in. I don't think this is quite superhighway levels of road connection, but I mean, it'll be, you know, downgraded superhighway basically, which is still to be treated fairly seriously. And I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna build bridges to my heart's content, basically. I guess that's the whole aim of this mission here. There we go. Connect up to. Oh yeah, you don't like that, do you, video game? Oh goodness gracious me. Construction's not possible. Nay. Nay, 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 nay. Alright, connect it up to here instead. Alright, you're quoting me 150 million? Okay, what if we don't have like a ridiculously tall bridge? Just a mere 16 million pound bridge. $1 million bridge even. Sure, you know what? Whatever. I feel like it really doesn't need to be that expensive. The reason that it is quoting me as such an expensive build is because it needs to go up ever so slightly at the start. And then it can come, like, literally straight back down. There we go. So there's a little hump there. And then we can continue at level. Yeah, okay. Lovely. So that's a nice little extra bonus architectural feature. And what's the quote for that? Oh, not very much. Not very much at all. And then it looks like we're going to have to do same little hump thing at the other end. Why do you not want to do this? Oh, you were so close. You were so close, video game. No, but you're still totally uncomfortable doing this. All right, that's 8 million. That's 6 million. I guess the depth of the water is actually fairly substantial. Look, you know what? Give me that there, and then this is a bridge to be built in multiple different parts, I guess. Right, no idea why, if I build it in multiple different parts, it seems to work just a heck of a lot better. But there we go. Also, the bridge is different at either end. Yikes. Also, this is a cargo airport, which is less than ideal. However, it can be immediately reconfigured to be a passenger airport. Just like so. Wonderful. And that is 2 connections over there. What I'm going to do also over here is get this bit of road upgraded, and then I probably just want to build a brand new road right through this hill right over to Hertford. Sure. All right, brilliant. So now we just get 3 bus/tram stops. I think 1. Yeah, 1 is going to be enough for Kesgrave. 1 is almost certainly going to be enough for Hertford as well. Wisbeck. Wisebeck. Yeah. Anything else? I guess we could go to Bognor Regis as well. Sure, what the heck? Why not? I'm gonna come around. Yeah, sure, whatever. We'll demolish that building. Gonna come around the periphery of the town. Try and keep the emissions to a minimum. And we'll connect right up here. Alright, wonderful. Okay, that looks really, really good. I mean, I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job of bringing fast connections to the masses. Right, so we're gonna want the Shifnal South Air Link SSAL 1. That's right. We're gonna want SSAL 2. We're going to want SSAL 3. We're going to want SSAL 4, right? Because we're going to need 4 different bus links, if I'm not mistaken. So, for numero uno, we're going to go there to... it would actually help that if I put a bus slash tram stop right outside. Tell you what, we'll put down a modular bus station. This is only, I think, maybe this is the first one on the entire map. We'll get 3 platforms at all sides. You know, we'll go big. I'd like to ideally get it on the other side of this area over here. Although, you know what? Whatever. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Brilliant. Don't need any tram track. We don't need the length to be any longer than it currently is, but that is fine. Right, SSAL. SSAL 1. We're gonna go from here to here. Great. That works perfectly. There to there for SS. No. I said SSAL2. There to there. Brilliant. SSAL3. There to no. I've already done that route. There to there. Brilliant. And SSAL4 from here to here. Fantastic. Absolutely wonderful. The only thing that I could possibly want for is a little bit more upgraded street. There we go. Fantastic. All right, that looks the absolute business. That looks really, really good. Let's buy ourselves a little road depot. That's a tram depot. Wrong thing. Wrong bit of kit. There we go. And how many vehicles do we want to buy for these routes? I mean, sure, I'll buy like 20. Yeah, I'll buy 20. And we'll put 5 on each route. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. SSAL 1. SSAL 2. SSAL 3. And the remainder, once the autosave is of course done, because it never comes in at an appropriate moment, will be on SSAL 4. And then we need to set up an air link. SSAL 4. And to be honest, the great news is that I'm actually going to be able to set up 2 air links. We're going to create a air link between whatever this is, the middle of nowhere airport, all the way over to the small thingamabobber, the small airport over at Gravesend, which not entirely convinced that I like. Middle of nowhere, Mona 1. Sure, that actually sounds like a semi-considered name. And then we're gonna have Mona 2, which goes to here. Wonderful. Now, Mona 2 can take large aircraft, whereas Mona 1 can only take small aircraft. So we're going to have to consider that. I'm going to start with just one airport, with one aircraft. I need passenger aircraft, please. Junkers. I mean, you can take cargo, I think. Yeah, let's get 2 aircraft on that one then. Put you on Mona 1. That should be fine. Brilliant. And then large passenger aircraft. Just give me the largest one that you got, really. 20? Is it 20? De Havilland Comet? What's the most expensive aircraft? Technically the Boeing 737. The De Havilland Comet is pretty cool though. I'm gonna get 2 Comets. Sure. And you can go on Mona 2. Right. I mean, that is obviously going to take a good long time before that entire area is profitable. However, you know, the initial foundation has been laid. The buses will, you know, set out for the first time, which is very, very exciting. And hopefully we should see a return on our investment in the next episode. And you know what? Given that we've just connected up an entire half of the map, I mean, much more than I expected in a little time, that was kind of my impression for what I had remaining. But as it turns out, you know, there's a couple of little places, Bewdley, you know, Ventor and whatnot that I hadn't actually linked up before. There is one more sort of like main area. Yeah, just under down here, Stockport, which I want to link up probably by a bus service to Kingston upon Beach and maybe Ferndown as well. But, you know, we'll see. Anyway, that's for the next episode, and we'll finish this one up right about now. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you as ever for watching this episode of Transport Fever 2. Check out the Discord if you haven't already. I'd encourage you to do so. It's a lovely place, and I'm always chatting over there, and so it'd be great to have you along. Thanks as ever to my fantastic Patreon supporters who help make videos like this possible. I'll see you next time. Bye.